Up this road lies one of the most unbelievable abandoned places you will ever see. It almost looks like someone still lives there, but it's completely abandoned. This is an old mine operation. That's the hoist and the workshop. Behind it is an incline shaft. So we're gonna go check this all out and have a look around. Stay tuned. The first time I came up here was a couple years ago, and it was in such good condition how it is now. I didn't think it was abandoned. So I drove right past it. And then later on, someone told me that, yeah, it's legit, it's abandoned. They've been in it before. It's 2 outhouses, the old one and the new one. An axe. And look at this. Warning, this is an active mining claim, which means basically they owned a mineral rights to this spot, so you can't take any rocks. So you would be in violation if you took those rocks or any rocks around. Let's go inside. Right off the bat, opens up to a porch. Look at all of his stuff left. Bunch of wood for the fireplace. Wow. They have so much that they left behind. And then, this is the main entry. To have a look inside. The kitchen. Oh yeah, the bunk. We'll start on this side and then make our way over. But this is the bunk beds, the bedroom. Keep in mind, I'm not trespassing or anything. This is public land, and you're absolutely allowed to be here. It's my land, it's your land if you're an American citizen. One of the Coleman stoves. I have one of those. A fan. Motorcycle helmet. That's pretty cool. That's that hoist we were looking at the beginning of the video. That's someone digging at this mining claim. Got a bunk bed, 2 beds, 1 chair, and a couple other spots for beds. So I assume maybe some miners who own this mining claim will come up a couple times a year to mine up here. But that's about it. Otherwise, it just sits here unused. Oh, look, a DVD player. I haven't seen a DVD player in so long, though. I don't have one. That's the table. The logbook. That's what I mean. So everyone who visits, because this is a volunteer cabin, everyone who visits is going to sign a logbook. We'll check that out on the way back. But, oh, wow. Nice. All the movies, you know, if you're bored, you could watch some movies, except I don't think there's any electricity. The clock's not even ticking. Yeah. July 2007. Wild in, wild out. Bunch of games. They even left a newspaper, Daily Lake Tahoe Tribune, which is dated for 2019 in October. Yahtzee, puzzle games. Nice. Oh, of course. When you're in Nevada, you gotta drink. What else do you do in Nevada? But yeah, all of the freaking pans and pots, everything you might need. If it gets cold, you could light a fire. Got the wood sitting. This is really neat. And then there's the kitchen. Look at that sink. They left all the plates and the cups, everything. Got the microwave. Look at all this. And that's it for the kitchen, so we'll keep going. A bread box. That's funny. I don't know how you open it though. Cooktop. Small oven. It's old though. So right off the bat, we already seen everything over here. Those was where the sleeping area was. And then we're gonna continue. So past this tarp sits just the bathroom with a sink, the toilet, and a shower. I like these walk-in showers. I'd like to have one someday. You know, when I buy a house, I like a walk-in shower. It's pretty neat. It's not hooked up to anything, but I think this hook is here. So you'll put like one of the Coleman shower heads, you know, the ones you bring camping. And we'll keep looking around because there's one last room, and I love this room. Would you check this out? They put down a brick, just the amount of time for this brickwork alone. They put a lot of time into this place. And then you got these windows that just surround. So you got one up top. It's like a greenhouse. This is like a greenhouse. You know, you could grow plants and even have electricity plug in. It's kind of an odd spot for electricity. And of course, it's a grand number 12. Going right out there. That's awesome. This is a really neat place. I love volunteer cabins. This is one of my favorite ones so far, one of the best ones I've been to. And what I like is that it is a big secret. It's a place that people really don't know about. So you would be shocked, you know, imagine if you don't know about it and you're coming up and you see this. It's absolutely shocking. First time I seen it, I didn't know it existed. I thought somebody lived here. I thought it was private property, so I left. We'll lock it up, leave it just as, oh wait, logbook. Let's see the logbook. I don't think everyone who comes here writes into logbook because some of these are really old, like 2024. Then yeah, here I see our gardens. Look at that. Please keep all doors shut. So that's what I mean. Just a neat volunteer cabin. Explorers spent several nights at the cabin. And I wrote, of course, I wrote something too. Thank you for keeping this place in good condition. Dave Explores. All right, let's get out of here. That's cool. I'm gonna put it back in and then we'll have a look outside. Storage area. Oh, they must have had propane. This is where the propane hookup is. Yeah, so if you're cooking, that wires directly into the kitchen. So we're whole set up with a generator. You can see there's an old battery there. So a generator and propane for all the electricity and cooking and everything. It's just set up right outside the cabin for convenience. I was gonna go down to hell to check everything else out, but I do want to honor the whole Stephen and Andrea thing where you go look at the outhouse. I don't know why they do it, but they do. First time I explored with them, they're like, oh, we gotta see the outhouses. So yeah, you got a little bit of a window and a mirror. Neat. All right, that's the outhouse. Just a massive hoist, still got the wheel up top, fully functional if you really needed to use it. We'll look in the equipment room in a quick second, but look at the incline shaft. Still going, and it stops. There's the hoist right beside the incline shaft. I'm thinking there's maybe multiple entries, because underneath the hoist, of course, is another incline shaft. So I don't know, I'm not gonna go down into it. But then the equipment room, which I think I'm just gonna go through the window to get inside. And the amount of cable, wow, this is freaking crazy looking. The amount of cable, look at that. 2 ginormous ones with the generator and the power to bring all that several tons of ore up from the mines. Gardner Denver, that's the brand. And this would have been the whole work area, workbench spot, or if something goes wrong, you fix it, you know, and you keep all your equipment on hand. So it's just miscellaneous tools and parts for the hoist all over this table. And that is a massive hoist at that. Look at all these belts on it. This doesn't look like it's in that bad of condition. I bet you with a little bit of work, this whole thing could be up and running again in no time. And then let's look out the window. I think that's an outhouse, and that's gonna be it for today. We'll see. Then a small entry, I missed that one. We could go through there on the way back. And then the spark plugs for a 6-cylinder engine, all still hooked up, you know. The radiator on it still has the fan. Everything is still intact. That's what's crazy. Minerals up, you know, all the rocks you find, those are the controls to do it. On both sides too. So this was a double, but this left one isn't hooked up. The right one is still hooked up. Okay, let's get out of here. This was really cool. I wonder how long that chair's been there, you know? Someone's probably sitting in here some 8-10 hours a day operating all of this just on that chair. Now that's a dirty outhouse, but there it is. I don't see anything further up aside from the outhouse, and there may have been a building right in that flattened out area. There's even some remains down below, but that's it. This is it. That has been an amazing explorer. Comment down below and subscribe. We're just getting started. We're gonna see even more amazing places. As always, thank you for watching.